Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And I wanted to show y'all something I was going to add to my large scrapbook journal. And this was one that I made probably, a few months back. And I have started scrapbooking in it. Adding pictures, and I mean, you can just make a journal and just put pictures in it and journal about it, and you don't have to call it a scrapbook journal. But this one I am, just because it is a handmade book that I will be putting pictures into, and if I'm going to put pictures into it, I consider it a scrapbook. That's just me. Anybody else can do whatever else they want and name it whatever else they want. I want to add to this page a tall tuck with a tag pocket space on the front. So it's going to be a really long, tall tag that I put in that. And I'm going to measure off where I need to cut this paper. This is just some 12 by 12 paper I had in my stash. And I'm going to cut this down, add this to my scrap pile. See, that's how I keep getting scraps, y'all, because I keep making stuff all the time. And y'all seem to love that I keep making stuff, so. Then I'm going to measure how far over I want this tuck to go, because the further over I go, the wider my tall tag can be that I'm going to put in there. And I think maybe to right there, maybe. I'm just going to go ahead and not even measure and just pencil mark where I need to fold that. But I will get out my score pal to help me, because I want it to be straight. So I'm going to fold that over and try to figure out which side of this I actually want showing on that page. Do I want this side? It's a lot of contrast. Or that side. I think maybe this side for the bottom part. And then if I fold it over this way, that will be showing on the front. I like that. Okay. So then I'm going to trim this just so it's pretty even with that. And then this goes in my bigger scrap bucket. So then I have this piece, and see, I mean, you could have just folded a scrap piece in half and done this, but I didn't have any scraps this big, so I just went ahead with a 12 by 12. All right, now what I'm going to do is barely cut off about 1/8 of an inch off the front edge of this, so when I fold it over, so you can see like that. And then I'm going to get my circle punch, 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm going to make me a notch, just a narrow one. Go up just a little bit right there. I'm not worried about it being in the center, but that looks pretty good to me. Okay. And then I'm going to get something round, and I want to do a nice rounded edge at the top of this that's going to hold my tall, skinny tag. Okay, I'm going to use my score tape spool and make me a pencil line all the way around. And then I'm going to get my scissors out and just trim that up, and then I'll go up the edge here too. Now I'm going to ink this with my vintage photo all the way around, and all the little places that it's going to be seen needs inking. So my little dip that I did there. And then these top corners I think I want to round. Yeah, I like that. Then ink all around, go all the way down every edge, even pulling this back and inking in there just to make sure that you get it all inked. And then you're going to ink that top flap too. This one. Okay. Just like that, and go ahead and ink this side too. Yes, nice. So then what I'm going to do is get my 1/8 inch score tape, and I'm going to glue down this flap to here, and then on the back side I'm going to glue down like about halfway on top, and then all the way down here, and then halfway to the bottom. So first let's do this little flap here. And being careful, if you've made your notch really, really deep here, then you need to make sure you don't get any tape in that absent spot. Okay, and then get that backing off. And fold that over. And then do the same thing to the back of the whole piece so that you get your little tuck space back behind it. And then we'll put or make our tag to go in that pocket and do a little bit of decorating on it. And then I'm just going to line it up, put it on my page. So then we have this tuck here that we can add pictures or memorabilia or more journaling space, whatever. Add something back there. And then we've got this tall pocket that we're going to make a tag to go down into, and then we need to decorate this also. So we've got about a 3-inch opening, so we can go all the way to this edge because there's no glue or tape or whatever on this side, but there is on this side, but it's just 1/8 of an inch. So I'm thinking we can do a tag that is 2 3/4 wide, but we need to try that out first. So let's go ahead and go with 2 3/4. And then see if we need to cut any more off. I'm getting some resistance. If I wanted to, I could really poke that on down in there, but I'm going to cut like a 1/16 of an inch off and see where that puts us. So if I add that, now that goes down in there really well, easily. And look what we forgot to do. What? So I need to put a little bit of liquid glue down here at the bottom. Oh, Melina. So silly. But just a little tad of liquid glue at the bottom. Y'all remember to close up the bottom of your pockets. Oh, me. I'm telling y'all, if I didn't have a neck to hold my head on. Now I think I'm just going to cut off where this red label starts and let that be the top of my tag. And then I'll have a nice pretty piece for my scrap pile. And let's do our tag corners. Let's go the big one. There we go, like that. And then ink that up. Okay, that fits very nicely. And we can put it in either way. I really like how, even though I'm not usually a matchy-matchy girl, I do really like how that matches. And these two papers were not even from the same paper pad, but I really like that. And I like the wording that's up there. So let's do an eyelet at the top and put us on some ribbon. I think some of that sari silk that I've had and been going through would really, really look good on that. So let's go ahead and get a piece of that. And there is that done. Let's put our ribbon through. That'll give us a nice pull spot for this tag too. Get all of that through. Oh, that's pretty. And it matches. Like I said, not that I'm a matchy-matchy person, but I do like that. So nice element to add to a journal. Any journal, doesn't have to be a scrap page journal like this one is. And then let's add some decoration, some kind of little die cuts or something onto this. All right, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to add a little bit of doily, this little ticket piece. This is a digital, I do believe, from Betty Ann Renfro. So maybe just like that. And then this little tab, once I get the doily cut off, I'll put this little tab on the edge too, so this will have something with it hanging off, and maybe a little bit of book page too, just to have us a nice little collage back here. Like that, and we'll ink that up, and then we can just leave this, and we can actually write on that or something with whatever we add to this page. Okay, I think that looks nice the way I've got that clustered up, so I'm just going to start gluing everything down and get it. Let's see here, that's the front. I'm putting glue on the wrong side. Let's do a little bit of glue on the doily. I've just really never found a wonderful way to glue doily, and there I am going backwards with it. You know, they have so many holes. The glue just seeps right through. And then glue this little ticket spot there. I've got an annoying fly. Look at it. Just laughing at me. Flying all around, landing on my legs. It is that time of year. That's why summer is my least favorite season. I don't like hot weather, I don't like to sweat, and I don't like insects. There we go. add that on, and it goes with the other side too. Cute. So a nice little element, new kind of style of pocket element to add to our journals. And we got a nice long tag here that we can add memorabilia to, or we can just use journaling, whatever we would like. And then we even have space here because of the pattern paper that I used, very light design, so that I can journal on that if I want to also. And got a nice little tuck space. So I hope you've enjoyed this journal element I've made for you today, and thank you so much for journaling along with me. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye, y'all.